Welcome to PA Centered, a podcast designed to help listeners be a part of the solution to end sexual harassment, abuse, and assault. Each episode, we will take on a topic or current event to help spark conversation and break down barriers to building communities free from sexual violence.
Hi, I'm the Mari Rodriguez, Language Access Coordinator at the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape. Welcome to this episode of History You Should Know, part of the PA-Centered podcast. To celebrate and highlight stories of people who advanced the anti-sexual violence movement, particularly Black women, we are sharing a series of shorter episodes so you can learn all about the people and events that contributed to our movement. During today's episode, we're going to learn about Audre Lorde, who described herself as a Black, lesbian, mother, warrior, poet. Audre was also a survivor of sexual assault whose work speaks to the importance of struggle for liberation among oppressed peoples and of organizing in coalition across differences of race, gender, sexual orientation, class, age, and ability. As a warning, this episode may contain descriptions of racial and sexual violence. Please take care of yourself while listening. Audre Lorde was born in 1934 in New York City to Caribbean immigrant parents. She was raised in the city and attended Catholic schools before attending Hunter High School. Audre loved poetry even as a youth and published her first poem while in high school. She then went on to earn her bachelor's degree from Hunter College and a master's in library science from Columbia University. After earning her degrees, Audre worked as a librarian throughout most of the 1960s in New York City and then in Mount Vernon, New York. In 1968, Lorde received a National Endowment for the Arts grant and became poet in residence at Tougaloo College in Mississippi. Her first volume of poetry, The First Cities, was also published that year. After this, she went on to write many works of poetry and prose, including A Burst of Light, The Black Unicorn, Cables to Rage, Sister Outsider Essays and Speeches, and many more. In 1980, Lorde also published The Cancer Journals, which chronicled her battle with breast cancer. After The Cancer Journals, Lorde released Zami, A New Spelling of My Name. This book was particularly groundbreaking as it created a new genre, biomythography. It was described by publishers as combining elements of history, biography, and myth. This novel was also groundbreaking because Lorde wrote about the time she was sexually assaulted and harassed. While it is very brief, a survivor writing their own story is truly powerful. In 1981, Lorde helped found the Kitchen Table Women of Color Press along with Barbara Smith and Cherry Moraga. Kitchen Table was dedicated to elevating the writings of Black feminists. You may have heard of Barbara Smith as she was part of the Combahee River Collective. Audre Lorde was a contributor to the collective as well. In addition to publishing poetry and prose and founding Kitchen Table, Lorde continued to teach throughout most of the 1980s. She was a professor of English at John Jay College of Criminal Justice and Hunter College of the City University of New York. In 1991, Lorde was named the Poet Laureate for New York State. Governor Mario Cuomo said of Lorde, "Her imagination is charged by a sharp sense of racial injustice and cruelty, of sexual prejudice. She cries out against it as the voice of indignant humanity." Audre Lorde is the voice of eloquent outsider who speaks in a language that can reach and touch people everywhere. Sadly, Audre Lorde passed away the following year. Lorde's legacy lives on not only through her writing, but through the movement she has contributed to. I'll leave you with this powerful quote. "For the master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. They may allow us to temporarily beat him at his own game, but they will never enable us to bring about genuine change. Racism and homophobia are real conditions of all our lives in this place and time. I urge each one of us here to reach down into that deep place of knowledge inside herself and touch that terror and loathing of any difference that lives here. See whose face it wears. Then the personal as the political can begin to illuminate all of our choices." Thanks for listening to this episode of History You Should Know, part of the PA Center podcast. To learn more about Audre Lorde, check out the resources shared in the episode description. To learn more about the history of the anti-sexual violence movement, check out PCAR's free History and Philosophy e-learning course at campus.nsvrc.org.
If you or a loved one needs help, a local sexual assault center is available 24/7. Call 1-888-772-7227 for more information or find your local center online at pcar.org. Together, we can end sexual violence. Any views or opinions expressed on PA Centered by staff or their guests are solely their own and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of PCAR or PCAR's funders.